What are you hoping to see out of the movie? What do you want to see like for a Deadpool Wolverine movie? Because I know you're
Well,
not watching. So for everyone out there watching, Jesse hasn't seen any of the trailers or any of that stuff. He wants to have a clean, open mind and not have everything spoiled. So he may say something that you've already seen, but that's what Jesse's doing.
I really, in the back of my mind, I really feel like he's going to retcon the entire multiverse. So I feel like there is an opportunity for every Marvel actor or actor of a Marvel character to appear in this. So I'm just assuming that he's gonna walk in on the original X-Men and they're like filming the movie, and he just like basically says, nope, nope, we're done shooting. It's canceled. Whatever, just something random like that. I expect him to do something with Blade
Okay.
because he was Hannibal King in that one, and that was a Marvel character. That was his first time. So he's already touched Green Lantern. He's already touched Deadpool. For, I
Back,
mean the
back the
yeah
Fox Deadpool. Yeah, the Fox
yeah
Deadpool. Yeah.
the Weapon X
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I feel like he needs to reach back that. So maybe I don't know what Wesley Snipes been doing. I don't know, but I think that would be kind of hilarious to pull that in. Um, I don't expect him to grow a beard for that scene or anything like that. But it's just
Yeah.
I feel like that could be a thing. Obviously, I still expect Daniel Radcliffe to play a very small version of Wolverine through one of the multiverses, kind of like
Okay.
Loki had so many different variants. I
Okay.
don't expect to see, a crocodile Deadpool, but Dogpool I expect as well. But yeah, it's just, man, the sky's the limit because after Deadpool 2 kind of really knocked it out of the park when he put his team together, it was like, oh, okay, so it is really open. It's basically, I feel like Ryan Reynolds just kind of like does some weird like Thundercats hoe move, and all celebrities form on him, and he just goes you. Like if Taylor Swift comes out and she's Lady Deadpool, I I wouldn't say it was unexpected.
Yeah. That would be crazy to see. I think also Ryan Reynolds is such a popular person in Hollywood. You don't hear, a lot of some stories you hear a lot of negativity about, but I go back to I was, behind the scenes, Brad Pitt was like, yeah, Ryan called me, asked me if I'd come do a cameo. He's like, yeah, I did it for free. I don't want any money. I just want to do it, Ryan. So I do think there's going to be a lot of cameos of old stars who were characters that we love that he's friends with. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, this is going to be huge. And obviously I've seen the trailers and I've seen a bunch of stuff, so I won't mention it to spoil it for you, but I do think he's going to have a lot of them. I think he's going to wipe the Fox completely. On one of the trailers, it does show remember the old Fox 21st century
Yep.
sign they used to have at the beginning? You see a corner of it and he's fighting, and you see you could tell the red con
Oh,
in all of it, right?
okay. Yeah. So I'm guessing that's something to do with the TVA specifically then.
Yep. So you see TVA twice, but you see him different. So I'm very curious. What I think is going to happen is from the trailer. You saw the first trailer, right? You saw the very first trailer, at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah.
So the TVA comes, takes him, and he meets the British guy. I think that he ends up turning his back on the TVA because there's a scene he's fighting the TVA in the exact same spot where Logan died at in Logan's movie. So I think he's going to turn his back on TVA, and there's going to be another TVA because their uniforms are completely different. All right. Now, the second uniforms are based on after Loki takes over in Loki 2 when he becomes, the timekeeper now. So I'm very curious to see how he does that.
So
Go
I
ahead.
was going to say, so what if Deadpool goes to the TVA because you just said that it's post Loki being the god of story.
Based on the uniform, that's
Okay.
all I can
Okay.
say. I don't
Okay.
know, but yeah.
What if Deadpool were to go up to Loki while he's sitting on the throne holding all of the things and accidentally cuts a couple of those things, and that was the whole Fox universe?
I think that's where I was going with that. I totally
Yeah.
think that. I totally think that. I think Loki's gonna have to be in this, especially with how much it's tied to the TVA.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, you can't have Kang anymore because Jonathan Majors, the guy who played him, got arrested. got charged in court, found guilty. He's long gone. So you
Yep.
have to have something tying the TVA to this movie, which would be Loki. That's my only thing. Even if it's 5 seconds, but I do see him. Even if they didn't have Loki or the Tom Hiddleston, the guy who plays Loki in the movie, they could do like, remember what Deadpool he
Oh,
did in Deadpool 2, where he comes back and kills all these characters, and
no,
it's
no,
the
no.
original shit.
No. It doesn't have to be Tom Hiddleston. It could be Matt Damon from
It
Thor
could
when he
it could
played
be
Loki.
it could be in the Thor movies. Yeah, no, it could be.
Yep.
So I think that's
So
gonna happen. The one thing I am curious about though is how they're gonna tie all the Wolverines in together, right? And only because of one of the trailers, I won't get the details of it, but there's dead Wolverine. He's at the TVA, he's dead, he's got a bullet in his head. And the guy is telling Deadpool, hey, this Wolverine failed his planet, his pals, da, da, da. And it cuts. And then you go fast forward, Wolverine's in his Wolverine costume. So I'm curious at what point of the Fox universe, what Wolverine is he getting? It's prior to Logan for sure, 100%.
yeah, yeah.
I believe it's prior to X-Men Future Days Past, when he was in it, so that's where I'm curious where he's going to pull. Now, I know you want Radcliffe to be one of the Wolverines. I've also heard Henry Cavill is going to be one of the Wolverines, one of the very famous ones when he was like a James Bond kind of Wolverine character,
Huh.
But I'm
No,
very
makes sense.
yeah. But I'm curious though, at what Wolverine is he going to get from what timeline? Like he has to go back to. You know what I mean?
It would be great if it was kind of like how he assembled his team in the beginning, too. That he was just given like a police lineup of Wolverines,
Yeah,
and they were just like
that'd be kind of
Wolverine
funny.
from like 16632 step forward, and it's Daniel Radcliffe, and that's how you could do it. And he'd be like, "I'll take the one in the yellow."
Yeah,
Like